right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 8 of Ogre.
Yeah, old guy's geekly review.
Oh, it's amazing. I tell you, I didn't know that we would make it 8 episodes in. Now I feel like we could do another 80.
Oh yeah,
just like a blink. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot. You know what? I messed up my. There we go. Now you can see my face. I don't look all predatory.
We don't want that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. We had a lot to do this week.
Oh,
it was pretty good. There's so many releases this week and everything. So, where you wanna?
Well, earlier in the week, we got hit with the Disney lineup, specifically the Marvel stuff, and oh my gosh! I mean,
yes.
We knew like 70% of it, but the things that hit us, and the one that hit us the most was obviously X-Men '97.
Oh yeah.
I have a soft spot for X-Men. You have a soft spot for X-Men.
Yes.
You know the cartoon a lot better than I do.
Yeah, I've watched that so many times. I mean, that was probably one of the favorite parts of my childhood. Was Saturday mornings at 10:30. Was it 10:30 or 10? I know it was X-Men and then Spider-Man, or maybe it was Spider-Man then X-Men.
I don't know, but '91 I was chasing a lot of tail in college, so
yeah.
I wasn't watching cartoons as much as I should be.
Yeah.
I'd probably be a lot better off if I was just watching cartoons instead of chasing all that tail, but
yeah,
life happens.
Oh, I mean, they released it when I still believed in cooties, so
oh well,
that was my drug of choice right there.
And that's a good drug.
Drug. Oh yeah, anything geeky is always a good drug. That's a great way. But yeah, what about all the other announcements? Let me see if I got some notes on here.
You're going to hear more about X-Men '97 as the weeks come up.
Oh yeah.
Because we're obviously going to talk about it. My plan is to read through a lot of the old comics and kind of make tie-ins to where I think it's going to go for the future and what storylines they've already done. But we'll definitely hear some more about that, and check out the Disney Plus slate of things. We'll talk about some more of that stuff later.
Yeah.
Any other just general news you want to bring up?
No, not really, not off the top of my head.
All right, we'll talk about some movies first.
Okay. Let's do.
You want to talk about some Spider-Man leaks?
We can. I don't really know that they were leaks, were they?
Well, there was the trailer.
Yeah.
Not really leaks.
Did it really bring us any new news?
Well, I mean, a lot of people are saying that they can really tell that the other Spider-Man were edited out.
Oh, really?
Of the trailer. There's a lot of talk about that.
Okay.
Because they still haven't shown the previous Spider-Man. It's still just rumors.
Yes.
But it's the multiverse, so why wouldn't there be?
I feel like there's hints being dropped. I just don't want to get my hopes up that they're going to be in there or not be in there. But, I mean, even Doctor Strange at one point in the trailer said that I can't stop them from coming through.
Yeah. And
so I'm wondering if there's going to be a big build-up moment, and then all of a sudden, like, 2 more Spider-Mans swing in and help kick some sinister butts.
Maybe. From the trailer, it also looked a little bit like Octavius might not actually be a villain.
Yes. Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah. Yeah, he had no idea. He said, "You're not my Peter," or "You're not Peter Parker."
Yeah.
The one that. Yeah, probably not my Peter. That just doesn't roll off the tongue right.
That's not my Peter.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be a weird way to wake up, wouldn't it be? Yeah.
That's not my Peter.
But yeah, I mean,
Miss Kobayashi's Dragon. When I was watching it, at one point, one of the villains gave the protagonist a penis.
Oh God! Oh God!
Anyway, we're getting off track. Movies. You want to talk about anything else?
Okay.
Anything you saw this week?
All right. Do you want to do like? You know what? I'll try to remember where I left off because this is all garbled. Red Notice.
Okay, I have not seen it yet, but I plan to.
It was pretty fun ride.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of twists. Really fun ride. I believe it'd be all right to watch more than once. But,
yeah, I mean, it's got to be a popcorn movie with the 3 stars that they've got in it. It's got to be something you sit down and enjoy.
Yeah, and I got a correction for last week. I called her Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
Yep, it's Gal Gadot, and I butcher. Don't try to correct me or nothing. I'm going to butcher the English language.
Well, she is allowed to come onto the show anytime and correct us.
Yeah.
in whatever means she desires.
Yeah. Gal Gadot. No, Gal Gadot. All right. So
Hell, for that matter, Ryan Reynolds, and Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, heck yeah, I'd love to meet them. Yeah, it was a really good movie. It was entertaining. There were a couple parts that looked, and I don't know if it's because the new 4K TV or whatever, but we're actually using 4K now. There's like some of the CG looked fake-ish, but I don't know. This TV ruined Avatar for me.
Really?
Yeah, the James Cameron.
Yeah.
Avatar. Yeah, I can't. It looks too cartoony to me.
Oh.
And my settings are set.
Well, it's
supposedly
dated.
good. Yeah.
The movie's 20 years now. Is it getting
Holy
close?
crap! Is it 20 years?
I'll have to look to be sure, but I'm pretty sure it's getting close to 20.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll have that answer for you.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Let me talk about Shang-Chi, and you can look that up.
Okay.
So I watched Shang-Chi finally, and I have to admit it was definitely one of the better Marvel movies. A little disappointed, particularly in the villain for Black Widow, and having a villain for Shang-Chi that was so good was refreshing.
Yes.
Yeah. So definitely enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And everything about it, I think, was a pretty good movie.
Oh yeah, it was super pretty. I want to watch it again, just to drink it all up with the eyeballs. 11 years for Avatar.
11 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Shang-Chi.
I'm just having so much fun. The years just add up.
Yeah. No joke.
11 years.
Yeah, 11. It really don't feel that long.
I know.
And it's still so popular that they just came out with rides in Disney World not too long ago. Almost a decade after it launched.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And there's more on the way.
Yep.
More
All right.
Avatar on the way.
Let's see. I said Red Notice.
Just go through your stuff.
Okay. There's a new Predator movie called Prey, and it's coming to Hulu next summer.
You know, Predator is one of those things that I really want to love it.
Yeah.
But I never get past really kind of liking it.
Yeah. You know what? When I want to watch like a film series, and I only have so many that I'm limited to, but yeah, that's one I'll put in the rotation if all my favorite ones I've just watched them or something like that. But yeah, I mean Predator, I can take it or leave it. There was one, I think it was the last one, where they all got dropped into the forest and they kept running into more soldiers from different parts of the world. I mean, I kind of enjoyed that one because it was kind of like a warrior versus warrior type deal.
I think I've liked them all, but they're just not that series that I really want to. I'm not going to watch it above some other things. You know? It's always going to be one of those. If it happens to be on, I'll enjoy it. Otherwise, I'll skip it.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't go to the theaters. I wouldn't go to the theaters. Not that I'm going to the theaters for much of anything to watch a Predator movie, but I'd happily, watch it if it hit streaming or something.
Oh yeah. I'm the same way. I would probably do it too. I wouldn't go see it in the theaters. I think it's coming to Paramount. No, Hulu. I said Hulu. Yeah. Coming to Hulu summer. So
I'm going to be doing some raving on Hulu later.
Yeah.
Just like not ranting. Just awesomeness.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let's see here. I don't want to get to that. Rumor alert. Norman Reedus is in talks to play Ghost Rider supposedly in the MCU.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder why that they haven't, because they've had at least one Ghost Rider already, two if you count Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
So
are you talking about Bobby Reyes from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Interesting that they would have another actor, and because it seems like they kind of want to bring some of the other actors from the stuff in, like they're doing with the Netflix series.
Nicolas Cage could pop up in the
that would be awesome.
Yeah, in the multiverse.
God, getting Nicolas Cage in the multiverse as the Ghost Rider, that'd be awesome.
But okay,
and I would want him to be full Cage. I don't want him to be 200% Cage.
Yes, that was my concern. I was going to tell you, imagine that face that he does when he's like fighting Thanos or something. Like put him in Infinity War, and you imagine how that would be, and he would be insane. Like he'd steal the show.
Oh yeah,
he's a show stealer, and I'm all about it when the movie calls for it, I guess.
Oh, I would love it. I would
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage is the cosmic Ghost Rider, and he doesn't even know it.
Oh, that'd be, yeah.
Just because he's so out there.
Yeah. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, is currently undergoing massive or significant reshoots.
That's what I heard. Do you know anything more than they're just doing reshoots?
Don't know anything more. I have no idea. I'm wondering if there's speculation and they're changing the way the film's gonna be. Like speculate or all the fans are. What am I trying to say? I should probably think about stuff.
They want to get ahead of the rumors.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what I'm thinking is happening. And you know what? Kudos to them. I hope it works out for them. I love being surprised, but somehow the spoilers are eventually going to leak, and we're all going to be spoiled.
I think Marvel is just getting smart and putting out stuff that doesn't even exist.
Yeah, like a honeypot or whatever. Well, no, that's not a honeypot. What the hell? I don't sleep very much. We got a dog, and I ain't been sleeping very good. So
new puppy.
Yeah. Not a honeypot. Why would I even say that? I think I fell asleep to the interview last night. I don't know.
They have been starting to put more red herrings.
Yeah,
into their trailers and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
just to throw people off.
Yeah, it's they do a good job. They do a good job of that.
For all we know, they've advertised Multiverse of Madness starring Doctor Strange, and it could be a Squirrel Girl movie.
There we go.
It just turns out to be Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
We're all wrong.
Maybe they recast Doctor Strange.
Cumberbatch.
Yeah, and it'll be Nick Fury. Maybe they switch places. You never know. It could happen. I don't know if it could happen or not. No, because he's
in the comics, they finally admitted that magic is now a sorcerer supreme. Of Limbo, which was kind of obvious for a long time, but in the current Death of Doctor Strange series.
Let's
just
see.
A little bit of we got some movies coming out next week. On the 24th, we've got House of Gucci, and I only mention it because of the cast, because it's got a great cast. It's not sci-fi or fantasy or anything, but it's got Adam Driver, Lady Gaga. Who else is in this thing? Jared Leto, Jeremy Irons, and Al Pacino. So
hoo-ah.
Yeah, you gotta enjoy some of that. But on the geeky side, November 19th, we've got Ghostbusters,
Afterlife,
the latest, which I think I'm hearing good things about that.
Oh yeah. I've heard nothing but good things. In fact, the headline I read this morning, I didn't write it. I read it, and it said that it's not going to let original fans down. There's a lot of nods and stuff to the old Ghostbusters, and I'm incredibly happy about that.
I said Ghost Rider.
I don't know if he did or not.
We've been... Anyway.
Y'all know what he's talking about. Don't pretend like you did.
Ghostbusters.
Yes, Ghostbusters. Who are you going to call Ghost Rider?
I'm going to call Nick Cage.
Yeah, he'd fix everything. All right, Home Sweet Home Alone.
Okay.
Oh, God, it was painful to watch. So basically, it had a super shaky story. I'm not even gonna say much. If you're nostalgic and you want to watch another Home Alone type movie, watch it. If you're not that nostalgic about Home Alone, skip it. Definitely skip it. It just felt emotionally dead.
Save it for Thanksgiving when you have family over and you want them to leave.
Holy crap! That's a life pro tip. This gonna be on the front page of Reddit tomorrow. That's a that was good. All right. I don't think I have. Oh, actually I do. Yeah, we talked about the new Spider-Man trailer. T'Challa. Okay. Disney announced that T'Challa is not going to be recast in the MCU's 616 universe.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and you know what? With
that's actually a little deeper than, because they've never, to my knowledge, they've never come out and officially said that the current line of movies, the current timeline before the multiverse was 616.
Okay.
They've never officially said that, which brings a whole lot of other possibilities with, knowing that they're thinking about which timeline is what name.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
We can expect to see Black Panther, but not that version of Black Panther.
Right. Right. Okay, and then...
And that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it, too. Oh, this is something I'm super excited for. David Zucker,
Okay.
director of Naked Gun. He is jumping on and making a new spoof movie.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be about, but I saw it and I was like, you know what? Those were some of my favorite movies as a kid.
Yeah.
I love spoof movies. And, what was his name? I can't think of it. Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen. He's just funny. His jokes just always landed on me, or landed with me. I loved it.
So amazing. But in the same vein, I hear Mel Brooks is also going to be doing another movie.
You did?
I heard. But I don't know. Rumors. Yeah. So we'll see.
It's a battle of the funniest people. I'll end the movie stuff on... where was that? There we go. I'll end the movie stuff on Venom. Let There Be Carnage is going to be available for digital purchase on December 14th.
All right.
And I'm counting the days down.
Yeah. I'll be catching that.
Yeah. I've been wanting to watch that for I could probably go to the theater and watch it still, but I ain't gonna do it.
I guess we should mention, now that we're talking about the digital releases, so Eternals had its second weekend, big drop, and I'm actually kind of a little glad because of the reason, not that I wanted Eternals to do poorly or anything, but I think it kind of gets rid of that argument that movies are going to do so much better because they're only in the theater. And it's not doing so much better because it's only in the theater. I mean, it's... I think the people who would watch it at home are just going to wait for the most part.
Okay.
You're probably going to get a couple of them go to the theater, but I think for the most part, you're not getting a big bump of money by doing the only theater release.
Yeah.
Just my 2 cents for that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, and I kind of agree with you.
I mean, because look at us. I mean, those are things that we would normally go to the theaters for. And
absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you.
We've waited. Shang-Chi, I waited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Black Widow. Well, Black Widow was delays, right?
I purchased Black Widow.
Okay.
Because Black Widow had a day and date release.
Yes.
So I didn't go to the theaters, but I did purchase the $30 day one showing of it.
Yeah, and I'm really iffy about doing that. For every movie that I want to see that they're going to be releasing, I'm glad that it's kind of over with, but I'm not glad that it's kind of... $30 is an awful lot. You can get a special edition Blu-ray for $30.
You know, I think also adding to what's interesting to the whole topic is, like Red Notice.
Yeah.
Red Notice did 4 times the amount of views of Shang-Chi on streaming, but it was released 1 week after the theater release, not months after the theater release.
Yeah.
So Netflix not only got their theater bonus, they also got 4 times the amount of people coming into Netflix to watch their movie because it's new, it's fresh, people want to see it. And I think people are willing to wait a week, but they're not really willing to pay extra to wait months.
Right. All right. You want me to move on to TV?
Yeah, let's break out the TV topic. We got plenty to go there.
Oh yeah, there is an awful lot. I might have a little mixed up in here of movies still, but I think for the most part, what's left is TV.
I think our viewers will forgive us.
Yeah, if you'll forgive us, I'll try better next week. And I'll be back on top of the game when my dog is finally potty trained.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. All right. Did you put the TV thing up there? Yes, you did.
TV.
Alrighty. Okay, so Rick and Morty is getting a new Samurai Shogun special. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if it's out yet. But I want to say it was dropping sometime soon, if not already.
Rick and Morty?
The continuation on the Samurai short that we got last season, I believe.
Okay.
That's what I believe it is. I don't know for sure. Like I said, I ain't seen it yet. Okay, and we'll move on to Wheel of Time.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that one's coming.
Yeah, you know what? This is the one card that didn't print properly.
Oh.
I just got Wheel up there.
You're
going to have to wait for the rest of it. It could be Wheel of Fortune. Could be Wheel of Time. You're spinning the wheel.
Yeah. The third wheel. All right.
That's when we have our first guest star. That's what we'll call them.
Yeah, the third wheel.
Gal Gadot.
Yeah, let's.
Third wheel.
Yeah, we'll put this up here, like right above her head too, because she's tall, so it'll have to be on that board right there. All right. Wheel of Time we talked about. You got anything else to say about that?
Oh man, I am so excited about the Wheel of Time. So the books were both a love-hate for me. So there's also some drama associated with it. So the book series was one of my first non-Tolkien epic fantasies.
Yes.
Came out, God, I think the 90s. Maybe even before that. But it's an epic fantasy, love epic fantasy. Loved the series, devoured it. The books are absolutely huge.
I've never read them.
Well, this is what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
So I read them in around book 5. Robert Jordan, the author, did some things to some characters that I just couldn't handle.
Oh.
And I stopped. I was like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't read past this point. So it's like book 5. Something happens. And then my wife, Sarah, she stopped around book 8 because of the same thing. And almost the same thing, because imagine you like you're reading Marvel and you're reading about all the superheroes and you really like Spider-Man.
Okay.
And so Spider-Man shows up in Infinity War, and Spider-Man shows up in Secret Wars, and then you get to a book where Spider-Man's not in it.
Yeah, that's Game of Thrones. I think the 5th book of Game of Thrones for me, the one that takes place all in King's Landing.
Yeah,
it's like the only person I cared about there was was Tyrion.
And so the same thing happened for Sarah in the Wheel of Time stuff.
Okay.
Not that the character was dead,
just that they made changes.
The author didn't feel like writing about them for an entire book.
Yeah, and what? Ugh.
And so you're invested in this series, and all of a sudden characters are missing or not getting enough playtime. And it kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But, so Robert Jordan died before he finished.
Yeah.
And Brandon Sanderson, I believe, with whatever, I don't know who gave permission or whatever, but he finished it.
Yeah.
I think that's how it went. But yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I think this is the series that my friend was telling me about like 10 years ago, because I was looking into audiobooks to listen to and stuff. So, yeah, it was starting to ring a bell to me the more you were talking about it.
Yeah, it is a great series, and I think just like Game of Thrones, I will enjoy the TV show more than the books. Okay. And I loved the books, so I'm excited for this one.
Yeah. Since we already touched on Rick and Morty, this I encountered like a couple days ago. It is confirmed that the next season is going to launch next summer.
Okay. Love the Rick and Morty.
Yep.
I want one of those Morty cars that Wendy's driving around.
Yes. Yeah, no kidding.
We should have a Morty's here so we can go get our fix.
Yeah, no joke. We got Aqua Teen Hunger Force is getting a spin-off series next year.
Okay, that's interesting.
So they're bringing that back. I was way late to watch it because we had just moved out on our own when it got really popular, and we never bought the Supreme cable package or whatever the heck.
Back in the day before all the streaming services.
Yeah. So, but as I got older, I watched the whole thing. I actually really enjoyed it. I'll probably enjoy this as well.
All of you non-old guys out there who are young and don't know all the trouble we went through with TV decades ago, you just have it so good right now.
Yeah, you do. All right, the fifth and final season for F is for Family is coming out this Thanksgiving, and I absolutely love that show. So, it's a little bittersweet. I'm glad I get to see the end of the story, and now I can binge it whenever I want. That's one of those series I throw on as background noise because it just makes me laugh sometimes. So it's a great show. Sad to see it come to an end.
But I like that. Not everybody takes the approach that stories don't have endings.
Yes.
I do like it when a series wraps up in a very finite way.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
Yeah. I guess I would too. It's just a lot of times people aren't that good at ending shows nowadays.
Well, they never have been.
Yeah. Dexter, Game of Thrones. I mean, I would rather it almost just have filler episodes of all this stuff instead of ruin the whole ending.
Yeah,
you know.
Agreed. You need to stick the landing.
Yeah, definitely. But it just seems like it's happening more and more, and like even more. What have you seen that's worse than that Game of Thrones?
Oh, I hated the last season of Game of Thrones.
I mean, they're like people are trying to take their shots and they are missing.
Yeah.
They're playing in the major leagues and they got minor.
Well,
Pee-wee.
I can say I watch a lot of anime. And Japanese anime usually does a pretty good job of that, and it's mostly because a lot of times they're wrapped up around the manga, and the manga has an official ending, and so the anime ends up having an official ending a lot of times, unless you're like One Piece and getting ready to do your 1000th episode, and
yeah. My God, that's still it amazes me how long that's going.
It's so intimidating because I'm like I want to watch it, but good God, 1000 episodes.
Yeah. Next on the list is Ozark Season 4 Part 1, which I hate. I hate when they split it up like that too. I want to watch it at my own pace. But Part 1 is coming out in January, and it's gonna have parts. Everything seems to be coming in parts now. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I like binging everything.
I've never watched Ozark, so I'm not.
Ooh, it's pretty good. Jason Bateman.
I like Jason Bateman.
For a serious role, he nails it. This guy can act.
Okay.
He can act. All right. Let's see. How I Met Your Father's coming to Hulu.
I heard about that.
Yep. That'll be in.
I did enjoy that show.
I did too. I liked How I Met Your Mother. They said that they're gonna bring back some of the. There might be some cameo appearances with everybody. You know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. If I don't like it, I'll just quit watching it. No big deal. But I'm definitely not gonna let it ruin How I Met Your Mother.
Oh no.
Yeah, definitely not.
That show was. Wait for it.
Legendary. I hope you're not lactose intolerant. Oh, I did that out of order.
On purpose.
Hey, I did it on purpose.
Copyright reasons.
Yes, yeah. Reno 911 is getting a special called The Hunt for QAnon on Paramount Plus.
That's interesting.
And that's coming in December 23rd. Yeah. So, you know what? Sometimes that show makes me laugh. Sometimes I think it's stupid. I'm going to watch it regardless because I laugh at stupid things. So I'm probably always laughing for the most part. Yeah, I'm always laughing.
Probably.
All right, so we got that done, and I saved some special announcements.
Oh.
G4 was launched this week, I believe, a couple days ago.
I knew it was coming back.
Mm-hmm. Where the heck did it go? Oh, there we go. And I'm super excited for the return. The shows that I love the most, I don't think they're bringing back, but I think it was called Cinematech and Cinematech After Dark, and it's just video game cutscenes.
Oh.
Yes. And it was, man, was it a good show. I'd fall asleep to that show.
I can't believe that G4 went away.
I know.
Because there's definitely a place for it. I mean, look at all of the gamer streaming entertainment, and there's always been a place for G4. Always.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised it went away.
For all you husbandos or people that are in trouble with your significant others for whatever reason, if you need brownie points, what is it? The Sex and the City prequel called, where is it? And Just Like That. That's what it's called.
And Just Like That.
And Just Like That is the prequel, mind you, to Sex and the City. I read it as prequel. I hope I'm right about that. Now I'm doubting myself. They look older.
So how is it a prequel?
Yeah, I don't know. They Benjamin Button age. Yeah. They age like Benjamin Button.
Age backwards.
Yeah. That's coming out. Did I already say December 9th on HBO Max? If you're curious.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the original Sex and the City. I thought it was good.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I always just made fun of it because there was a gigantic bandwagon of people making fun of it. So I just threw my grappling hook up on there and climbed up.
It was a drama, comedy, mix of things.
Again,
we got a special guest star.
Yeah, it's my father, and he doesn't approve of my geeky shenanigans.
Maybe we should put him on the show.
No, I'll call him back later. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about before we hop on this stuff.
Yeah, we gotta talk about
Tiger King 2. I stayed up all night. I watched it all. Carol, I'm sorry about referring to you as that bitch Carol Baskin. I did it because that's how I associate. That's how I know it's you by that name.
Did
because
it from the heart.
Yeah, they said it so much in season 1. Everybody else, you know what? You're all cool with me. I don't want any of the shenanigans, the craziness. I don't want it in my life. I'll just say this: if you're innocent, I hope you get out, or you're free, or you're set free. And if you're guilty, you know what? I hope you never get caught, because I would hate to be in the wrath of any of these big cat people. It is insane. Are you cool with spoilers?
Oh, yeah, I don't care about the Tiger King stuff.
Okay. So everybody that was working, every single body except for Carol Baskin, every single person that tried to get Joe in jail during the first season is now trying to get him out of jail. Even
okay.
Jeff Lowe. It's insane to me. It was just like the first season. I kept telling myself one more episode. Nope, I watched the whole thing. Only 5 episodes, about 40 minutes a piece, but my God, it is a ride, and they're acting like they had an FBI agent. It might be an actor or something, I don't know, but he was doing a good job of saying that they're investigating everything.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm. There were parts of it where, like, it seems like it's a story written to keep people like me's attention. So I feel like some parts it just seems so scripted to me, but you can't fake a lot of this stuff. So I don't know. It's just as crazy as the first season. I'd recommend watching it. I'll have to watch it again with my wife because she falls asleep all the time, and then I'll have to watch it.
Want to watch it at some point, but it's not my thing. But
yeah, I mean it's another beautiful train wreck, and I love those. Excuse me. That's all I'm going to talk about, I believe. Let me see if I left anything unchecked.
Well, we've got talk about some more of the Disney Plus shows.
Yeah. Yep, I've got all my check marks on that.
Well,
so.
Before we get into the other Disney that's not on the Marvel list, I just want to mention, we got Hawkeye coming up, and so they mentioned Echo there. I'm really excited about Echo because you don't get enough superheroes with disabilities. We have Daredevil, and Echo's going to follow along in the same kind of vein, except she's deaf.
Yeah,
and she's Native American, and I love that.
I do too.
I love that they're going to focus on that. And then we got the animated Spider-Man. So
freshman year.
Yeah. And so apparently, when Marvel renegotiated the deal with Sony, one of the things that Marvel still has rights to is animated Spider-Man under 45 minutes.
Okay.
So as long as the episodes aren't longer than whatever that time is, 30, 40 minutes,
I wonder if
they can do animated Spider-Man.
I wonder if they're going to cut it close sometimes, like 44, 59,
I wouldn't put it past them. They know what they're doing, and I'm excited to see where they take that animated Spider-Man. That should be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Agatha Harkness has called House of Harkness. So I'm making a prediction right here on Ogre, years before it's out. I'm making a prediction that Ralph Boner was not Ralph Boner.
Didn't we find that out at the end of WandaVision?
Yes, but I think it's still another red herring. I mean, he pretended to be somebody normal.
Yeah.
But in actuality, I think it's Nicholas, her son.
Okay.
Who everybody was guessing it was, but they just kind of left him out, which is why I think it's House of Harkness. Because I don't think they'll have the same actor. I think they might bring him in just for a moment, and then it'll be whatever actor they get.
Okay.
But I think it'll be her son.
Yeah.
In that role still.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
I don't know much about Agatha, so
I'm guessing.
Yeah. No, if that comes to fruition, we'll play the clip. We'll be like, we told you this long ago.
Marvel Zombies going to be cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of good stuff. Glad that What If is getting a second season.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I you know what? I just realized the other night that I haven't watched some of the halfway like the mid-season episodes. I skipped them because my daughter wanted to watch them with me, but then she never did.
Oh.
So I told her I couldn't wait on the
silly daughter.
Yeah, I couldn't wait on the finale because we had to talk about it. Yeah. Anyway,
but not only Marvel stuff, there was something else announced.
Willow.
Willow.
Oh
my
my god, that's the funniest announcement introduction trailer that I've ever seen.
Now you've seen Willow.
Oh yes. It's been a while. It's been an awful long while, probably way too long since I've seen it. But I remember it. That was one of my favorite shows as a kid.
Yeah, I mean that was probably might have been the most influential fantasy movie because it came out the perfect age for me.
Yeah.
I mean, for me that was what fantasy was.
Yeah.
I just loved that movie so much. Had the biggest crush on Sorsha. It just it was everything to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great movie. I've watched that time and time again, and I'll never get tired of it. But they're like all the young kids. There's a bunch of young kids in the trailer, and they're messing with him.
Yeah,
and it's just hilarious.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the trailer for Willow, just watch it for its comedic value.
Yeah,
it's gold.
Yeah, definitely.
It is gold.
Did they mention any Star Wars stuff?
Star Wars was severely lacking,
and I know
in the presentation, and there was a lot of question about why.
Yeah.
Maybe they're saving some big Star Wars news coming up. I mean, I think the only thing mentioned was the Boba Fett documentary, and maybe the Boba Fett show was mentioned a little bit, but nothing really big. I watched the Boba Fett Under the Helmet or whatever.
Oh, how was that
documentary? It was good. I mean, they went through the character and kind of the history of it, and I like those documentary behind the scenes stuff for the different characters. So I was happy.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And Boba Fett's not exactly my favorite character, but he's becoming my favorite character the more they do with him.
Yeah. Huh.
Good stuff. Looking so forward to the book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Disney Plus, Pixar, they didn't have a lot of announcements either. They only had like 3 or 4, maybe. I don't know.
It was very short.
Yeah, I wasn't really impressed with any of that. But what was it? Jeff Goldblum. I forgot to write that down.
Jeff Goldblum stuff. Yeah.
That show, it's just as entertaining as I remember it.
Yeah, I like to hear him just go whimsical about stuff and talk about things. It's the only one I've seen of the new season so far is the fireworks episode.
Okay.
I haven't seen the others, but it's just fun to watch.
Yeah, I threw it on while I'm cooking and just take in what I can while it plays in the background. But I'll probably end up rewatching a few episodes just because they piqued my interest. And I think that's all I got for
TV. Shall we move on to anime?
Yep. Yeah.
Well, let's start with what I watched, and then we'll go into some of the stuff coming up. All right, I'm gonna hit you with the good thing I watched last. All right, so we'll go in order of not as good to better. Even though I've enjoyed them all. So I'm gonna go with My Roommate is a Cat. So now, My Roommate is a Cat, and on the channel, if you want to see a more in-depth review of My Roommate is a Cat, I've put it up there. But this anime basically is really how to deal with grief. And so it's not, even though it's billed as a comedy, it has comedic aspects, it's really about grief.
Okay.
So if you want to hear a kind of touching story about a guy and his newfound cat dealing with grief, My Roommate is a Cat. I almost shut it off, but I'm glad I stuck with it, is Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it. And it's a romantic comedy, but it's got this, it's more like science lesson, science story, because all the like mini shorts are dealing with science concepts and things, but it's a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
So if you want an anime romantic comedy that is centered around science, that's one. And my favorite anime that I saw this week was Peter Grill and The Philosopher's Time. It's pervy as hell. I love the fact that the protagonist in this harem anime isn't a wimp like a lot of harem animes. It's just that he gets put in these situations that he just can't get out of. So unlike a lot of harem anime where the character never gets to have sex, he gets to have sex, but it's never with the woman he wants to be with.
Okay.
So
yeah.
hijinks. And then the best animated thing I've seen this week so far is Hitmonkey on Hulu.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Is it okay? Give me the details. I've been waiting for this.
Okay, so Disney better be thinking their sparkly mouse pants that they have Hulu, because this in no way, shape, or form could ever be shown on Disney.
Oh really?
No, not even close.
Oh wow.
I mean, it is bloody.
Mm-hmm.
It is violent. There's cussing. It is it's an anime, and I had to look away a couple of times because
really?
it was just that over the top.
Okay.
I mean,
is it drawn in an anime style?
No, it's animation.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's animation, not anime.
Yeah.
But I'm putting it in the category because it's animated.
Yeah.
Maybe I
okay.
should change the topic to animated instead of.
Oh, we could totally do that if you want. No, I was just wondering because I don't think I remember what the trailer looked like, so I didn't know if it was anime.
The trailer wasn't nearly as violent.
Okay.
And there were some scenes in the first couple episodes that I was like, oh my god.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it definitely pushes the gore and violence factor up to 11.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like cartoon violence, so that's up my alley.
Yeah, so it's very bloody, but it's actually kind of got a nice story with it too. Not just bloody for bloody's sake.
So, and what episode did you make it to?
I made it through the first 3 so far.
Okay.
And and so I'm really impressed with not just the fact that they went so far.
Yeah.
With how they're pushing it, but just the story, the characters are all really good. So,
yeah.
Happy with it. Very happy with it.
Good. Yeah, well, you know what? We will change this to animation. That way we can just group up all the.
That makes more sense, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to talk about 2 live actions in TV.
Oh, we'll rewind it.
But
no, you can talk about them now if you want.
Yeah, let's go ahead and so we're back to TV. A couple things coming up. November 19th, we've got Cowboy Bebop. That is tomorrow.
Oh God, that comes out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Cowboy Bebop.
Holy mackerel!
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I stuck it in anime because it's Cowboy Bebop.
Oh
so.
yeah. Holy mackerel! Well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything to do tomorrow, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. Hitmonkey and probably Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited about that, and some of the trailers for Cowboy Bebop have just been amazing. So I'm excited to see where that goes. That's coming out tomorrow, November 19th on Netflix.
Set your calendars.
Also next week, Hawkeye, November 24th.
Is it already gonna be the 12th? What? Oh, it is the 18th today.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah,
next Wednesday.
That's insane.
Next Wednesday, not quite a week.
It seems like I've been waiting for so long that I feel like I should have longer to wait for all this stuff.
It's here. It's right here. So Hawkeye, God, I'm looking forward to Hawkeye.
Yeah.
It just looks like it's so much fun. I mean.
Yeah, it does. I loved the sneak peek we got. The camera angles of the person in the back seat while they were driving.
Yeah.
Was so cool.
Yeah. I thought it was. I think it's going to be really well done. I love that it's a non-superhero movie.
Yeah.
So excellent stuff. We got Cowboy Bebop and Hawkeye to look forward to next week. Amazing.
Oh yeah.
Good stuff coming up. Also coming up next week, we get the next season of Masters of the Universe.
I never watched that. I've watched the old show, but not the Revelations.
Yeah, so Revelations Season 2, Netflix, November 23rd, so the day before Hawkeye. Coming out on disc, we got the Blu-ray for Set 11 of Boruto.
Oh, wow. Set 11 Boruto on Blu-ray.
Yeah, what would you say about Boruto? I haven't seen it, but I know you have.
We've been slacking a little bit. I think we're up to episode 50-ish.
Okay.
And they're starting to get a little boring.
Oh, okay. Well, this is episode 141 to 155.
Okay.
So they've got that much dubbed.
Oh, God. Yeah, when I was looking last time, and I don't feel like it was that long ago, they were only up to about, what was it, 90? Episode 90 is dubbed, so they're doing it a hell of a lot faster than they've dubbed One Piece, that's for sure. They need to catch up on One Piece, definitely.
Yeah, so that's all dubbed.
Yeah, I hope it starts picking back up, otherwise I might give up on the show.
Do you know if it's on Funimation? Is that where it's on?
Ooh.
Or is it Crunchyroll? or High Dive. I don't think it's High Dive.
I think it's Crunchyroll.
I did not write that down, but I do know that Ruby, Volume 8, episodes. I didn't write the episodes down for this one, but it's Volume 8, so it's a hell of a lot.
Yeah. Isn't that it right there? 51 through 58.
No, that's season 4 through 8.
Oh.
The reason that I bring up Ruby, seasons 4 through 8 actually won a bunch of animation awards.
Did it?
Yeah.
Rooster Teeth. They're the ones that did Red vs. Blue.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I watched the first one. It seemed really rough animation from what I remember. But this
only seasons 4 through 8 got awards, so
yeah.
maybe they've improved their game. I don't know.
Well, I know during the Red vs. Blue, there was one season that just had amazing animation and stuff in it, and then it kind of went back to the Machinima roots there for. But yeah, I mean, I like them as a company. They're pretty creative. I just didn't get really into that Ruby show.
You know, Ruby, I tried watching the first season a couple of years ago.
Did you?
And I didn't like the animation.
Yep.
But I rewatched recently when I saw this coming out. I watched the first episode of the 8th season.
Okay.
This one, and I liked the animation.
Really?
So something's happened where they've improved their game.
Maybe it's time to watch it.
So Ruby season 8, maybe start with season 4. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's all the anime I've got.
All right.
So much anime, so much to keep track of.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot of animation. I kind of covered mine with the TV section. Comics.
Man,
I don't have any.
I got some good stuff for you coming up.
Okay, good.
Okay, we're gonna hit the stuff hitting this week. Marvel's got some cool stuff coming out, and I'm gonna start with Captain America, Iron Man. Some slightly unknown writers and artists for this one, but the cover's by Alex Ross, so they're putting a good cover artist on it. So they might have some hope in this one. If it is anything like the Batman, Superman stuff that DC did, it'd be a good take.
Okay.
Because that was really good. Because they really did, the whole story was kind of same scenario, but juxtaposition about how the two of them, Batman and Superman, tackled the same issues.
Okay.
And really brought their differences about. If they do the same kind of thing with this, it could be a good one to watch out for. Issue number 1, hitting this week. And Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. The first issue of the Kate Bishop comic book is hitting this week.
That's one to
probably
buy.
For Hawkeye. Yes, it is. I think there's at least one first appearance in it, so that's always a good one for monetary value.
Okay.
So Kate Bishop there. Another only slightly known artist writer team, but in the improving artist writer team, we've got the first issue of the new Black Panther series, written by John Riley, who has won an Academy Award for 12 Years as a Slave.
Oh.
I know.
And he's writing?
Yeah, he's writing the comic book series.
Wow.
Yeah, so you've got an Academy Award-winning writer on this series. Cover art by Alex Ross, so it looks fabulous.
That's incredible.
I think there's like 12 different covers, something like that.
That'd be one to buy too, huh? Maybe just
possibly.
To see the storyline.
I mean, it's probably going. I mean, they had another just excellent writer, a really award-winning writer on the last series for Black Panther.
Yeah.
So Marvel's definitely putting some money into some high-level writers.
Okay. Yeah. Man,
so Black Panther issue number 1, and my personal favorite is the new Hulk series is starting.
Ah. Okay.
And a pure comic book writer's on this one, Donny Cates. But he is just amazing. Out of the last 3 or 4 years, he's done just the big profile Marvel stuff, and he's brought some of the just absolute best stuff to Marvel.
Okay.
The Thor series that you're about to read.
Yeah.
And then he just, I believe he just got done with Venom, is what I'm thinking. He just got done with Venom, and the new Venom series has started, but he's doing Hulk now.
Yeah.
So that's going to be amazing as well. So new Hulk series, and I think I counted 33 different comic book covers for the Hulk.
Yeah.
So it's huge. There's going to be a million printings.
Okay.
So,
dang.
So it'll be crazy. On the graphic novel front, if you ever wanted to know what happened to Han Solo after he got encased in carbonite, it's the Bounty Hunter Wars.
The Bounty Hunter
Wars. So
this
takes place after Han Solo being encased in carbonite got handed off to Boba Fett.
Okay.
And all of the stuff that happened with
like Shadows of the Empire and stuff?
Well, let's just say that the trip from when he handed it off to getting to Jabba was complicated.
Okay.
So check out that story if you want to know what happened to Han Solo and Carbonite. It's a good read for all you Star Wars fans. There's a really nice deluxe edition of the new Firefly comic. This is volume 2. Really nice edition.
Okay, so did the show, and forgive me for asking this, did the show follow the comic book? Does the comic book continue after the show?
Much like Buffy.
Okay.
So these are both Joss Whedon universe stuff.
Yeah.
After Buffy ended, the story continued in comic book form.
Okay.
And similar to Firefly, the story continued in comic book form.
Oh, God.
So
Okay.
if you want to keep up with your Firefly, you got to go to the comics. If you want to read some new Buffy, you got to go to the comics. But they've done some really just gorgeous editions of some of those.
Okay.
So deluxe edition for that's coming out. Probably my favorite non-Marvel comic is Rat Queens, and I've got it down here. Rat Queens. If you want basically a incredibly humorous Dungeons and Dragons tale involving some just quirky female characters, this is the comic right here, Rat Queens. It is beyond funny. You'll definitely get your bone tickled.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, so Rat Queens, Deluxe Edition Volume 3.
I've never even heard of that before.
All right. You know how we love Jonathan Hickman.
Oh, yeah.
So Jonathan Hickman's run on the Fantastic Four, that omnibus is hitting.
Ah.
So we love our Jonathan Hickman,
Yeah.
and we're getting some Fantastic Four big book goodness from him this week.
Now, I'm not much of a fan of Fantastic Four, but now it's going to be the internal struggle.
He did an amazing end run. So basically, Fantastic Four went to issue 500 and something, 400 and something.
Yeah.
But basically, he capped off Marvel's first family in an amazing way.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
So yeah, that's all good. So the last 100 issues of Fantastic Four, the earlier stuff's kind of, well, the real early stuff has some good Marvel history.
Yeah.
But issue 100 through 350 you could probably just skip. But pick it up after it starts to get good again in 2005.
Okay.
Yeah. And the last graphic novel is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We got TMNT there.
Is it going to be that, what was that storyline? The Last Ronin. Is that the one?
I don't know if that one's in it, but this is the first 12 issues of IDW, the comic book company. That's where TMNT's at. I don't know where The Last Ronin falls in line with that.
I need to read that graphic novel. The whole storyline, I need to read it, but I can't.
So issues 1 through 12 are coming out in a nice form, nice gift form if you want to give to somebody.
Okay.
Now we're going to go on to manga. So if you want to have some kind of fun, these are all first jumping on issues. So there's 30 or 40 manga coming out this week. I've only picked the issue number 1s. The Eminence in Shadow looks like a good action comedy.
Okay.
That's starting off with volume 1. And then in the realm of this is something that you have to experience for yourself probably. It's Orc Aroka, which is
okay.
So you got this orc named Bash. And Bash is apparently a really sexy orc, but he's on a quest to try to get laid. And so it's all about Bash the orc, being superhero that he is, trying to find the sexy female. And that's not a manga, that's a light novel.
Oh, okay.
Something you didn't know you needed in your life. The One Piece Pirate Recipes Cookbook.
Oh God, dude! I bought the Walking Dead cookbook. I got the World of Warcraft cookbook, and I've used them exactly this many times.
I've got the D&D one, the Heroes Feast cookbook.
Yeah.
And I keep wanting to get into One Piece, and maybe this is my entry right here. I'll get the cookbook.
Yeah.
And maybe that'll be my entry into One Piece.
There you go.
From there. And then the last one I'm going to mention is, I just love this title and love where it might be going. It's by 7 Seas, one of my favorite companies. My lovey-dovey wife is a stone-cold killer.
Ah.
And so it's about, wife who's day assassin, doing all her house duties and all that, being a good wife.
Yeah.
And all the hijinks thereof. So that's another volume 1 if you want to get interested in a new storyline.
All right.
So that's all that.
My only news for the whole manga thing is that the Fullmetal Alchemist creator, I didn't get his name, but he wants to he's going to be revealing a new series next year.
Okay.
And if you enjoyed Fullmetal Alchemist, that might be good news for you.
It is one of my favorite shonen anime.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. You know what, I gotta say, I kind of dug it too. I liked all the character development and stuff. What I didn't like is having to watch, like, the whole thing back over again for Brotherhood when Brotherhood was released. And you know what, I don't even know if I finished Brotherhood, to be honest with you. Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's good news. I enjoyed it.
I don't know. I get burnt out on shonen a lot of times. You know, I just can't. For me, shonen never quite makes it to that top shelf category for me.
Yeah.
I enjoy some of it, but I never really want to rewatch it.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
But
Man,
Full Metal Alchemist is definitely one of those ones that I enjoyed a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
You want to do video games or toys?
I'm good with video games.
Video games. All right, so I played 2 this week. I played Wizards of Brandle, which is only out by that limited run company.
Okay.
And I wanted to love it. I love Japanese turn-based games, but the graphics hurt my eyes. Something about the movement of the graphics really just hurt my eyes.
Okay.
And so...
Yeah, you were talking about the background.
Yeah.
The background's hurting your eyes?
Yeah, something about how the graphics are shifting on the screen. It just didn't do well. I don't know what the translation is, but it's quirky. It's got a real funny story. If you like text-based, no voice, old school and role-playing, this is definitely something you might want to try out.
Awesome.
And then one that I'm really loving is Shin Megami Tensei 5. I wouldn't say that it's a PS5 level. It's not like a modern graphics game.
Okay.
It's more like PS4 graphics on a PS... Actually, no, it's on a Switch.
Oh.
So on the Switch, you get your Shin Megami Tensei. But it does have one of the best turn-based role-playing systems.
Okay.
They call it Push Turn, I think. And it's really good. Get a little good strategy, JRPG goodness there. But coming out this week, you've got your new Pokemon, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
Okay.
Coming out this following week.
Awesome.
So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah. The only things I got, really... Actually, I got quite a few things. Sonic the Hedgehog is doing a crossover in Monster Hunter Rise, which I feel is a little quirky. But, it looks good. Your dog can be Tails. You can dress up your Palico as Sonic. You can dress up as Sonic, too. I don't know. It's fun. Sonic, it hit at the right age for me.
Sonic.
Yeah. So
Sonic's good.
I dig it. Let's see. New Fight Night in development. That's the only...
I'm not familiar with that series.
It's just boxing. It's boxing, but they... Like a side... You get to see, like, their waist up. You throw punches, you clinch, you got to dodge. Use both sticks to figure out, like, where you're going to throw your punch, where you're going to block, or, like, dodge to.
I think the last boxing game I played was probably Mike Tyson's Punch-Out for the original Nintendo when it came out in 80 whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my second favorite boxing game. Ready to Rumble was my favorite, but it was a very arcadey type boxing game. Really quirky, really fun. Let's see, Fable 4. It's been reported that Fable 4 is way further in development than previously thought.
I heard the same thing, and I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm saying 2025.
Really? Well, I hope you're wrong. I
really
hope
too.
you're wrong, because I had to look it up, I think, but they confirmed that it's been in development for 4 years.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh. I have no concept on how long it takes to develop a game, but I'm like 4 years that's a lot of years.
Well, some take 10, some take a year. I mean, Ubisoft cranks them out year after year, but Bethesda is not known for their quick releases.
Yeah. Halo Infinite, the multiplayer dropped earlier this week. I'm hearing it's pretty decent. There's a lot of people that are getting into it that don't know how to play in proper match etiquette, which I guess
Okay.
is don't go for a rocket launcher and a sword, share the wealth. Because if you die,
We've had a lot of those
yes,
issues.
if you die with a rocket launcher and a sword, they will pick it up. Your enemy team will pick it up, and then you better hope you can get it back.
Yeah, then you don't have that.
Sonic. Okay, I did the Sonic thing. Okay, we'll talk on Walmart's Black Friday ad before I get to something.
okay.
I'm gonna get to something.
Some deals.
Yeah, something so happy. Well, it's not so many deals. I'm just gonna warn you. They'll have online-only stock for both current-gen Xbox and PlayStation. They've already promised that. And we wish you good luck with your battle of the bots.
Good luck.
Yes, definitely. You're gonna need luck. And may your browser be slow down and freeze free.
I'm still amazed that we got them last year.
You know what? I am too.
Yeah.
I am too. And it just came up in my feed. Mine actually got delivered, I think, either today or yesterday, a year ago. My PS5. Yeah. It's already been a year. It's crazy. Where does the time go?
And I have to say, as a year-end review for PS5, I still give it a thumbs up, even though there haven't been a whole lot of exclusives for the PS5, simply because I got so sick of how slow the PS4 would load and transition. You know, like if you fast traveled someplace or whatever, you'd be sitting there waiting for a long time. At the PS5, you don't have those issues, and for that alone, I'm happy with the PS5.
Oh yeah. Biggest part of that whole spiel is that it is starting on the 22nd. Be ready to go at midnight on the 21st. What is it, Eastern time? If you're dead serious about getting it, this is the time to do it. And get ready for a battle.
And
on the
speaking
22nd.
of Thanksgiving next week, we're not exactly sure when our broadcasting schedule for next week will be. Mm-hmm. So, if you're expecting to see us Thursday, you may or may not. We may be early, we may be late. We're not sure.
Yes. So. And then the final video game thing that I am the most excited for, I could talk about this forever. Dragon Ball The Breakers. Did you watch that trailer?
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay, so you know how they have a Friday the 13th game where Jason's trying to kill everybody?
Right.
Cell. The whole trailer was Cell stalking these survivors in the city that he sucks up, and he's base form Cell, and you suck them up and absorb their energy, and then you can go to your next form and stuff and gain more power. Yes, I'm gonna be all about it. It's gonna be 8 players, 1 versus 7, I believe.
Okay.
And I didn't see it, but I read somewhere that they're also going to put Boo and I think Frieza in the mix as bad guys that you can play as. So you're just regular human, not Krillin level, not even Yamcha level human. You're
Not
just
even
a regular
100-point level.
Yes, you're a 5, max, a max of 5. Yeah. But to people like Dennis Reynolds, who's a 5-star man, that's enough. You never know. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, I mean, being able to fly around a city and just like these guys just have to run. I think Ulan was a playable character, and he can like switch into different things. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna play it. My sons are gonna play it. You know, it's gonna be amazing. That's all I have.
What system is that coming out on?
Ooh, you know what? I don't remember. I'm assuming it's gonna be on all of them. I'll the next video, or maybe I'll put it on the ticker tape at the bottom there when it's coming out. If there is a date.
And for what system?
Yeah, and for what? Yeah, dates and systems. That's what I need. That's all I got for that. Should we move on to toys?
Yeah, I've only got one thing for toys. Most of the toys have been released already. I've actually got 2 things one for board games and stuff. But,
okay.
So there is a pretty nice Phoenix statue coming out. Diamond Select.
All right, I guess it is.
$50 retail, so you'll probably get it a little cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a pretty nice Phoenix statue hitting the market if you're into the X-Men, like your Dark Phoenix stuff.
Yeah, that's very nice looking.
It's a possibility for next week. But yeah, I mean, for the holidays, a lot of the stuff is hit already. It's probably going to be pretty sparse on the toys for the next month or 2.
Jean Grey, I'll probably pass on that statue. Jean Grey from the cartoon always seems so whiny to me. That's all she seemed to me. So I just
she's not my favorite of the X-Men femme fatales.
Yeah,
we might need to do maybe we'll do a ranking we'll do a blind ranking. Each of us will list our top 5 female femme fatales for X-Men and do like a read off against each other.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm down for that. Maybe we should do that on our 10th episode.
There we go.
There we go.
10th episode.
And
Should
then
we do top 10 for top? No, let's do 5.
Yeah, because then 5 plus 5 is 10.
10. Perfect.
There you go. All right. That's the only one you had, or did you have another one?
That's the only toy I've got.
Okay. The Ninja Turtle Party Bus.
Oh, okay.
Like $500 toy, and I don't know what it does. When I saw the price, I skipped reading out on the rest of it because I'm not paying, unless it's life size. I'm not paying that.
Unless you can drive it around the block.
Yes. And then we got the Cowboy Bebop Swordfish 2 ship, which looks really cool. I don't know how big it is. I couldn't find that information, but wow, is it cool looking? I think it was like I want to say a 1/64th. Maybe I did find it, or maybe it's just me being confused with other models that I've seen. But yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, the Cowboy Bebop and the Bebop and the Swordfish are just great ships.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. If they come out with the Bebop, then I'll get it. Like
you got to be able to put your Swordfish in the Bebop.
Exactly. And then that's all I got for toys.
Yeah, but let's move into board games.
Yes.
Our big announcement, they finally have Hero Quest up for pre-order. 125. I have seen it for 107 at Miniature Market, even though they may run out quickly, because I think they only said they had 18 left.
Oh.
When I looked this morning.
Yeah.
So, but Hero Quest, the new edition, 2021 edition, is hitting market, and pre-orders are up on Amazon. Pre-orders are up on Miniature Market, and then the Hasbro site itself.
Yeah. With as much as it's selling out, I think that they're just going to keep printing it and reprinting it. So,
yeah, and I think I saw. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it came from like the Kickstarter or if it's another production thing. But they're going to add more than the base 4 characters.
Yes, they were stretch goals that they meant,
and I have a feeling those might hit too.
You know what? I hope so, but it'd be kind of terrible for the. I mean, it'd be kind of like a slap in the face, but everybody's gonna pay for it. Hey, oh my God, everybody would pay for the chance to get a new character to play as and stuff. I think it's a cool idea, and I would like to get my hands on all that stuff.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we both have Hero Quest now, so it's not as pressing for us to get, but
yeah, and I'm not in a huge hurry anyway, because with as fast as it's selling out and going.
Yeah, I had it in my cart.
They're gonna milk it.
I was gonna hit buy.
Did you?
And then I was then I looked up at my shelf, and I said, "Oh my God, I've got like 500 similar games to paint up." And I say I already have that one done, so I'm holding off, but I'm still excited about it.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty excited about it too. I'm glad that these types of games are getting more and more popular and coming back out. It's good to spend time with your friends and family around a table in person. Yeah. There's just nothing quite like it.
And Hero Quest is definitely the place to start. It's got the easiest rules to learn. It's going to teach people how to be cooperative whether they want to be or not.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Anything else you got?
No, I am done.
All right, should we wrap it?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, 8th episode of Ogre.
Old Guy Geekly Review.
Yeah, and we are happy that you've tuned in for so long, and give us those comments. Let us know what you're thinking. We'll make some adjustments if we need to on the show. Maybe you think we're perfect just the way we are.
Yeah, and then we love you. We love you if you think that of us.
Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.